What is up, everyone? We are back today with another one. This one is called There's Nothing to Change But Yourself. There is no 3D. And this one has a useful analogy, a useful metaphor in it that I think can be helpful in understanding what people talk about when they say about ignoring the 3D or why you want to ignore the 3D. That can be taken to mean various different things. And I think this sheds light on what was really intended, what the core of what Neville's trying to express when he's talking about that. So here's the post. So for most people, the 3D is difficult. I do my sats, access my desired state, and then, the world throws me off balance. Everyone on the subreddit tells me I need to ignore the 3D and live in my desired state all the time. Neville tells me to bury the old man, and I try, but still, the experiences I encounter bother me tremendously. I don't know how to persist in a chosen state. The solution to this, as I've become ever so fond of saying lately, is clear seeing. Go put a glass of water next to a speaker. Turn the volume up and press play. What happens? The water vibrates and undulates in time with the beat. The sound waves originate from the speaker, pass through the glass, pass through the water, and keep on going. Very simple elementary school science. But this experiment is actually a useful metaphor. If you want to change how the waves in the water look, what would you focus your attention on? The water? No, you wouldn't. You'd focus on the speaker. You'd turn up the volume up or down with the understanding that the sound waves coming through the speaker are the only factor influencing the waves in the water. The water is a medium that allows us to see the sound waves in a different way. When sound travels through the air, it isn't visible. When it travels through water, it is visible. But the water doesn't have anything to do with the sound. It shows us the sound, yes, but it doesn't influence the sound. The 3D is water. Your internal state is sound. The physical world shows you your internal state, but beyond that, it has nothing to do with your internal state. It's just a medium through which your state travels. I think people get confused when they hear statements like everything is your conscious pushed out. They imagine that their internal state acts on the physical world, and this action takes some period of time to have its intended effect. Do the sound waves get pushed out into water? Not really. There's not a causal process taking place, meaning there aren't inherent waves in the water that the sound waves have access to act on and change. The water just reflects the sound waves to us. It makes them visible. This is a subtle shift in understanding, but one that makes a world of difference in the long run. There's no such thing as the 3D, or at least there's no independently existent 3D to have to worry about. The second you feel you have to deal with the 3D, whether that be ignoring it, changing it, or whatever, your manifestation attempt is dead in the water. You've given away your power to something outside yourself. When Neville talks about not minding the experiences you encounter in the world, not caring about what happens, even if it contradicts what you're trying to manifest, he's not encouraging you to be ignorant of the world. He's encouraging you to not mind the world in the same way that you wouldn't mind the water if you were trying to change how the sound waves appear in it. The water is irrelevant to the sound, and the world is irrelevant to your internal state. The world is a medium that can help show you your internal state, but nothing more. There's nothing to change but yourself. The world will reflect your internal state back to you, but it won't do anything else. It can change your internal state. It can't change your internal state. Only you can. If the world is reflecting something back to you that you don't like, the solution isn't really to try to ignore it, but that doesn't mean you should place importance on the world or the 3D. When you understand that it's just a medium capable of showing you your internal state, you can use it as a guide. So long as you're not reacting negatively to things that could happen in your experience, you're not in your desired state, but that shouldn't make you feel bad. It shouldn't make you feel like you have to wage some war against the world and try so hard to not look at it. It should just turn your attention back internally so you can keep working on changing your state. Shifting your experience on the 3D is the single most important thing you can do to improve your manifestations. Your perspective on the 3D. When you see it as a medium through which your internal state travels and is made visible to you, your efforts will always be focused in the proper place. They'll be focused inward. As always, good luck. Like I said at the beginning, an interesting analogy for the way that our internal state is being reflected back by the world. And there's many teachings that discuss this. We've got the Kabbalion talking about as above, so below, as within, so without. And they're connected. These inner and outer worlds are connected. The reality is like a mirror, and it's reflecting this back to us. That is why we must focus on what it is that we're putting out to the reality. That is where we have control, is over where our internal state is, where our internal focus is. Energy goes where attention goes. Attention is powerful. Where you place your attention, where you place your intention, that is rippling through the water of the 3D. Anyways, I hope that this perspective offers a new insight for you guys. I think it's pretty good. That's why I wanted to share it. And anyways, with that being said, drop me a like, drop me a subscribe. Let me know if there's any specific topics that you're interested in. I'm going to be going through more of these videos and get back on consistency with these. But anyways, like I said, much love. I will see you guys in the next video.